Hi everybody, in this video I want to show you the brand new Super7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reaction figures. I actually found these on the Target website. I was really surprised because I had them pre-ordered for a long time on Big Bad Toy Store, and I just happened to see these guys, so I ordered them right away, and they all arrived today, and I wanted to show off the packaging first. Obviously, I've already taken the figures out of the package. I have a picture up on my Instagram page of the figures in the packaging if you want to see them. But I wanted to show off the artwork of the packaging first. You know, the artwork on the reaction figures is almost always spot on. It's really, really good. You can see the artwork here. You know, this is the reason that a lot of people buy reaction figures, is more for the amazing artwork on the packaging. Because the figures are a little pricey for what they are. You know, the 5 points of articulation, they're, 3 3/4 scale. But I think you're all going to be a little surprised by these particular reaction figures. So just real quick before we get started, if you want to see the back of the packaging, obviously they were going for the look of the vintage Ninja Turtle figures with the back of the packaging here. But you can see the newest wave is going to be Rayflay, Mondo Gecko, Slash, and Mutagen Man. I did not get Mutagen Man. He was available on the Target website with everybody else, but I just decided, sometimes you have to kind of draw the line with spending money on your action figures, and Mutagen Man is just not one of my top characters, and I just did not feel the need to get the reaction figure. But Slash and Mondo, Rayflay, definitely some of my top Ninja Turtle characters, so of course I had to get these. So I'm going to move the packaging out of the way here so we can look at the figures. And I'm going to start with my favorite of the three, which is going to be Mondo Gecko. And you can see that, he's very much based off of the vintage Mondo Gecko figure and not so much the appearance in the cartoon. A lot of you probably know that the Super7 figures are based off of the vintage toys, and the NECA figures are based off of the cartoon appearances. So that's why, if he doesn't quite look like the Mondo Gecko that you're used to, that could be why. As far as articulation goes, just if you do get these, all of their joints on all three figures were a little tight, so be careful because you don't want to break them. But yeah, arms move up and down, legs move up and down a bit. The head goes back and forth. It's really tight, so got to be careful. I'm probably going to warm these up with a hairdryer, and then the tail actually does articulate as well. So, typical reaction figure. They're not known for great articulation. That's not really what they're meant to be. I feel like they're kind of like miniature statues, or if you are a 3 3/4 inch collector, vintage G.I. Joe, vintage Star Wars, these guys go right along with it. So, if you are curious, he does indeed come with his skateboard. So this is the one accessory that this Mondo figure comes with, and you can see there are peg holes on there and on his feet. I am not going to try to put him on the skateboard right now because I just don't want to do that on camera and risk breaking him, so I'm going to take my time with that. But yeah, there's his skateboard and some comparisons here so you can get an idea for scale, because like I said, these are really not the typical reaction figures. There's a lot more to these. There's a lot more detail. Obviously, he has his tail, he has his skateboard, So there's a lot more going on here than I think a lot of people realize when it comes to the reaction figures. So here he is next to the vintage Mondo Gecko. So pretty cool. And then now that I look at it, I actually think that he's more based off of his cartoon appearance. So that's weird because I always thought that, Super7 could only do the, vintage figure looks. But if I bring in the NECA Mondo Gecko, you can see that, well, I guess it's kind of a combination of all of them. Because I feel like his face and head and shirt look more like the cartoon appearance, which is the NECA figure. But then his tail and his shoes look more like the vintage figure. So I guess Super7 was allowed to take some liberties here with the reaction figures. Now, I really wish I had a Super7 Ultimates figure to share with you all, but he is not out yet. So I'm hoping to get him in the next couple weeks. The Donatello of Wave 4 is out. He's available. People are getting him. But the rest of Wave 4, which Mondo Gecko is a part of, not available yet. And then if you just wanted to compare skateboards, and you can see, once again, that the reaction figure is more in line with the NECA Mondo Gecko skateboard versus the vintage toy. So that's interesting. So yeah, so I'm really hoping to get that Mondo Gecko figure, the Ultimates figure from Super7. I'm hoping to get that really soon, and then I'll have 4 of one of my favorite characters. All right, so let's put all of these Mondos away here, and let's look at the next reaction figure, which is going to be Slash. So here is the Slash reaction figure, and he's definitely, well, first of all, he is really, really cool looking. I mean, look at that, those teeth, and he's got like his, what do you call those, like his Wolverine claws, and the shell looks really, really amazing. Even got his little tail. He has a little bit back heavy, so you gotta get him just right so he doesn't fall backwards because of his big heavy shell. But yeah, he looks really, really cool. And again, same articulation. Again, his I think are the tightest of everybody, so I am not going to mess with him too much. I mean, he already looks perfect just like this, so I am just gonna leave him go, and hopefully, yeah, there we go, he'll stand up. So he comes with 2 accessories, so not all of his accessories, unfortunately, but he's got his pink mace and his dagger. So just like with the skateboard, I am not going to mess with the accessories right now. I'm going to definitely warm up those hands with a hairdryer because I don't want anything to break. I don't want anything to get scratched. So, comparisons. Here he is next to the vintage Slash figure. So with this one, you can definitely see that Super7 was going for a recreation of the vintage figure. The face is the same. He's got like the one yellow eye, the sharp pointy teeth, the pink accents. Definitely was going for a recreation of the vintage figure along the lines of with the Ultimates figures. And then if you want to see him next to the NECA Slash. This figure is very fragile. I've already had a lot of issues with this Slash figure, so I'm a little scared. But there he is. So you can see that, you know, this is definitely a bigger, beefier, more sculpted reaction figure. I mean, he's taller than the vintage figure. I mean, you know, these are 3 3/4 scale, but he's a big, beefy guy. And once again, unfortunately, I do not have the Super7 Ultimates Slash because he's probably not going to be here for quite a while. He was just revealed recently, but I'm sure he's going to look amazing alongside these guys. So there's Slash. Let's get rid of all the Slash figures for the moment here. And the third one that we've got is Rayflay. So I think he looks really cool. He is also back heavy because of his manta ray, whatever you call this. But you can see the sculpting is just amazing. His face looks great. The paint is, you know, absolutely perfect. He had the best joints in terms of not being stuck. So I feel a lot more confident just kind of posing him around. His fins are really, really big, so that's going to help him stand up as well. Because like I said, he is a little back heavy from the back part of him. He comes with awesome accessories. He's got his little, I guess it's like a harpoon gun thing. Same colors as the vintage figure. His little buddy, I think his name is Fish Sticks. And he's got his little angry starfish. The sculpting on there is just incredible. Like, you can see that whole angry face. So I could not get a hold of my Rayflay vintage figure. He's way, way in the back. I would have had to take everybody off the shelf to get a hold of him. There is no NECA Rayflay figure, and we do not have a Super7 Ultimates figure yet. He is in, I believe, the next wave after Wave 4. So yeah, there's Rayflay. He's just going to kind of be by himself at the moment. So then let me go ahead and move his accessories. I think I like Rayflay's accessories the best. And let me go ahead and bring these guys back in so you can see all three of them together and see how they look together. So yeah, fantastic trio of figures. I'm actually waiting for a new bookshelf to come because I did not intend to get hardly any reaction figures at all. And with the Power Ranger releases, and then if they keep releasing characters like this from Ninja Turtles, I'm going to need another shelf for sure. So speaking of some other reaction figures, here is Raphael. And here is Splinter. So now you can get an idea for height and scale with the other Ninja Turtle figures. These are the only ones I have because, again, reaction figures, they're great, but they are really expensive for what they are. So I definitely pick and choose when it comes to the reaction figures and which ones I'm going to get. I pretty much just get my very favorite characters. And these are, you know, honestly, these are probably my top 5 characters from Ninja Turtles. So there you go. And then if you're curious, still curious about scale, here is the Goldar reaction figure. So you can see that Goldar is taller, but he's skinnier. And then, speaking of taller, here is the Reaction Megazord. So now you can get an idea for just how big the Megazord reaction figure is, and then how they compare with some others. So yeah, I would definitely recommend getting these. Again, I know the price is a little bit hard to swallow, but I think they're worth it. Especially these three new guys, I think are really amazing figures. They're a great nod to the vintage figures and to the cartoon appearances, at least in Mondo Gecko's case. And yeah, I think they would go great with any type of Ninja Turtle collection or reaction figure collection. So thanks for watching this video. Feel free to comment, like the video, and if you like these figures, I hope you're able to track them down. I think Super7 just posted to their Facebook page about these should be available in January, but definitely check out the Target website and see if you can get a hold of them. If I can get the links, because they may be sold out, I'm not sure, but if I can get the links to the figures on the Target website, I will post those links in the description. Thanks a lot.